Recently, I had a conversation with an old friend who asked me for some advice on how to get started raising capital from private individuals for big projects. I have successfully raised money a few times now, a couple $100,000 for my flips, $250,000 for my 24 unit, and $1.4 million for my 52 unit. And I am incredibly thankful for the people who have trusted in me and put me in a position to make money for us. And while I'm not the best at the world at it, I'm getting better. And I've been able to consistently pay my investors profits. I facilitate the project, they help fund it, everyone gets paid. It's the ultimate win-win. And the better you do and the better I become, the more reliable of an operator I am, and the easier it gets. I don't really want to be a formal educator about these things, but since I do have some experience in this area, and I distinctly remember what it was like trying to learn this stuff for the first time, I feel a deep responsibility to help the next person who is doing it for the first time. So the following stories are things that had a direct and absolute impact on my success, and I want them to have the same impact on your success. So let's go. I used to be a commercial loan risk analyst working in SBA loans. It turns out that risk analyst is the perfect job for me because I'm a risk analyst by nature and by hobby, so why not do it as a job as well? Every time we did a new loan, it came through with this incredibly thorough business plan that made everyone know exactly what the deal was trying to accomplish, how it was going to happen, where every cent of the money was going to go, the financial projections, detailed risk mitigation, exit strategies, and more. These credit application memos, or CAMs, were about 35 pages on average, so very thorough, and these weren't gigantic deals, but they were, say, between $800 and $5 million in total project cost. Now, maybe you're thinking, well, Alex, I don't need $5 million. I only need like 100 or 200 grand, so I don't need a 35-page business plan, do I? No, but you need some plan. You need something. I bet you currently have nothing. And how can you expect to be taken seriously if you don't have your plan written out? You're just gonna remember it all? You're gonna remember every single detail? How are you gonna be able to explain it to your investors when they're buying into? You're going to explain everything verbally every time? You can't rely on this just face-to-face sales for this. You can't just elevator pitch someone into writing a $100,000 check. You can't remember all the details in your head. And that doesn't have any scalability. You must have a written plan. People need to think about these decisions, and they need to have the plan on hand to review it when they get home or when they show their spouse or partners. Getting private money is about trust and confidence. Going through the deal and writing it out is going to show them that you take it deadly seriously. And you're confident about what you're going to do, that you have an answer for every question that they're going to ask, and that you know exactly how you're going to protect their capital and pay them profit. And that's really what raising money is about. It's not about you making money for your ambitions. It's about your responsibility to your investors and protecting their precious capital that they've likely worked incredibly hard for. If you want to show someone that you're taking this seriously, put it on paper and do it in extreme detail. So what should be in your plan? Think of everything that you can. Every question that somebody could possibly ask you, you should have an answer for and have it written down. What do you need from them? What are you going to do with their money? When are they going to get it back? Why are you a good investment? What are the financial projections? What's the risk mitigations? Have you done a SWOT? That's strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. What's your exit strategy? What's the timeline for the project? How much do they get paid and when? What exactly are they going to own in the deal? Percentages, equities, cash flow, what? Everything. Everything should be in this. And this isn't a one-time thing. This is an ongoing skill you're gonna need. I've made dozens of plans that people have said no to before they started saying yes. But now I have this skill forever. So you wanna think about this as a talent to invest in for yourself over the long run. Write it down in incredible detail. Then you can pitch it to somebody. Then they might say yes. One of the best things I've ever done for myself was have my personal website made. It's not a Facebook page. It's not a corporate style business site that I asked for, it's not a click funnel for something. It's my site, my thoughts. It cost me less than $2,000, but it's made me hundreds of thousands in profit. For starters, I list all my deals and accomplishments on that site in complete transparency, and I ask for nothing. This gives me credibility, and it displays my track record. I also publish blog posts about my thoughts to the world, which proves that I'm a real person and not a scam or a bot. And I'm multifaceted and not a singularly here for people's money. This is absolutely important because the fact of the matter is, are you ready? You're not ready. Are you ready? People don't invest in deals, they invest in people. So investing in my digital resume has been so valuable, and I'm surprised that so few people do it. You don't have to have your own website, but I look at it like this. If you aren't willing to spend a little bit of money and time and invest to showcase who you are and what you're about, then why would anybody else invest in you? You gotta commit, bro. Blogging, podcasting, producing videos, these are all the things that allow you to put your unique perspective and voice into the world and showcase that you have authenticity. I'm not ignorant of the fact that it's terrifying to create content. Bro, I'm still terrified to do it. But you get used to it, and you'll get better at it. And you'll find that people who like what you have to say makes it all worth it. My personal website started as just me telling the world what I was doing, why I wanted to do it, and what I learned from it. I definitely don't feel the need to appease everyone. I only need the people who are right for me. I'm pretty sure there are plenty of them out there, and people who love what I do and would love to invest with me if only they knew I existed. The digital resume allows you to put your personality, your style, your goals, your needs on the internet so people can come there and see your self-investment and then say, I'm going to invest in this person. I also want to throw out a shout out to my buddy Patrick who runs rapidweblaunch.com. He made my site. He's made a bunch of my friends. He can make yours. He's pretty cheap. He's amazing. And I get absolutely nothing for recommending him. But this act, hiring him and having my website built, changed the trajectory of my life forever. And so whether you use him or somebody else, I highly recommend it. I throw Patrick out there because he's an unbelievably good human being. Lastly, in addition to having your plan written out and having your digital resume on the line, you have to understand that there is an unlimited amount of money out there and people are always looking to invest in good people and good deals. But if they don't know what opportunities are available and who has them, then how can they possibly give you their money? When I have a deal available, I reach out to everybody I know and I share it with them. But more importantly, I'm constantly telling people that the deals are coming up so they can get mentally prepared. I never want to go to somebody, especially somebody new, and say, hey, we don't know each other, but this deal just popped up, and if you don't get in right now, you're going to miss out. No matter how true that is, that's icky business, in my opinion. Sometimes deals do pop up in short notice, and the deal really might be good, but it just sounds mad suspicious, bro. Instead, I try to tell people what I'm doing all the time and way in advance. Also, remember that this is a long game. Lots of people won't be ready to pull the trigger when you need it, but they will get in on the next deal. Some people might not like every deal you have, but they'll like others. People might not want to do your first deal with you, but they might do deals with you once you have a track record. Point is, you should be telling people regularly what you're planning, what's coming up, and how they can participate. Scams almost always play on the here and now, high pressure, take it or miss it, short game. If you're playing the long game, act like it. Tell people what's going to happen and then do it. And even if they don't give you the money the first time, they will watch you succeed without them. And then they won't want to miss out on the next deal when you put something together. Every time I've raised money, I realize I need to get better at this. I need to constantly tell people what I'm planning on doing in the next months and getting ahead on the capital raise, getting people mentally prepared, and showing people that I'm a person who does what he says. In the next few months, I'm going to try to buy an 80 to 120 unit apartment building in North Carolina, and I'm telling everyone now. And then when it happens, it's like manifest destiny, baby. Some people will get in on that deal, some people won't, but the ones that won't will see that I did it anyways, and they won't want to miss on the next one. Telling people what you're going to do becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Embrace it. I want to tell you a little story about my experience with raising money, and I saved this for last because maybe you don't give a shit about my personal story, and I never want to waste anybody's time who might not care, but maybe you do care, maybe it's relevant, maybe it'll be helpful, so here it is, quick and dirty. In 2016, I started asking people for money to fund my deals, and they all said no. No. It was demoralizing to hear so much no, but I got better at asking, and I was putting together deals slowly but surely, so I had a little track record to be able to sell to them. Then in 2017, I asked the guy who I met on the internet for $30,000 bridge loan to do this single family deal. A bridge loan is a short-term loan for an asset that usually is refinanced into long-term debt, 6 to 12 months, maybe shorter. I wrote the whole proposition in paper. We signed a promissory note, and I told him directly that I really don't give a shit about this loan. I don't care about $30,000. This was all really a primer for my asking for bigger money in the future. I paid him back that money in 60 days with a big bonus interest payment. This was around the same time I started writing my blog and began writing all my deals out in comprehensive transparency, which skyrocketed my trajectory. In 2019, I bought a $1 million 24-unit apartment building by raising $280,000 from 4 people that I met through my website and being on podcasts. This time, I built the most intricate and thorough pitch deck I had used yet. Raising this amount of money was very difficult and very stressful, but I got it done. And I'm proud to say now that I pay them all a profit regularly. In late 2020, I raised $1.4 million for a 52-unit syndication, and almost all of the investors came from my website and my social media presence, using the exact tools that I told you in this video. It was stressful in many ways, but it was actually easier than the $280,000 raise the year before because I had a track record now, and I had more confidence, and my content production had grown dramatically. Mad trajectory, yo. In fact, the guy who lent me the $30,000 in 2019 or 2017 that I told him I was gonna ask him for more money, then I told him this time, I said, remember that loan you gave me that I paid you back in bonus interest? Now I want $100,000. And he gave it to me. I'm hoping that this timeline shows you that I started off with small deals and tons of rejection, but I was able to overcome it because of the guidelines listed here. I write my deals in extreme detail. I constantly post content that acts as a digital resume online, and I tell people what I'm doing early and often. If you do the same thing, you probably will have the same result. It is so unbelievably easy, I promise. If you like this video, subscribe to my incredible YouTube channel. YouTube analytics show me that lots of people watch my content but don't subscribe because they don't think it matters, but it does matter. So hit the red button and help a brother out. Thanks for watching this video. Go raise some money, and I will see you on the next video.